Looks like we aren't welcome. Seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief can't deny our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean, like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the Chief's office. Well, let's go back in and see if there is a way. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe, weren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, I'm serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. I falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Honest Sky is the guilty party here, isn't she? Thanks, Mr. Wright. Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. It's amazing how much the prosecution keeps him safe from those who don't like him. Well, now with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
in our world, well, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. Yeah, take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean, when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl?
Me.
Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it has something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
Oh. Actually, we can show him the murder weapon later. I got a little distracted. Whatever. George Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman?
What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So, it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then and he killed him too. Then when he was burying the bodies, a target came up to the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in.
Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, it's all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
So he turned himself in.
Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. But I think a friend of his is coming in here right now. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness. AKA Emma.
Hey, look who it is. Hey, look who's all here, everyone. It's just in time. Both Barney and literally ESM just literally came in, so you guys actually made it here just in time. Hey.
Hey. I'm happy that and not happy that it has to start before I start. At least I get paid either way.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've only missed about 20 minutes.
About like, yeah, I would say about like 20 to 30 minutes of, okay, so to get you guys up to speed on like what's been going on and such,
1 second, let me grab that.
okay. So, pretty much, how's it going over here, Bonnie?
It's going good. I was doing some stuff, and that's why I was a little bit delayed.
That's okay. Like I said, you guys didn't miss, too much, but like I said, once Sergeant gets here, I'll fill you guys in on like, what's been happening so far and such.
All right. It's just that I found this new cool thing that's becoming a trend that people are doing using the Super Mario 64 sound font to make music,
Oh, nice.
and I thought I would jump on that trend to see how it would sound.
Anyway, alright, so to get you guys up to speed about what's been going on, so basically in the beginning, Emma apologized to us about what Lana said in the trial yesterday and such. Yeah, and basically we learned that Lana Sky used to be a detective before she became a chief prosecutor, and basically before Gam became a chief of police, he was more or less a deputy chief of police. That was also the lead investigator in the SL9 incident. We basically went into the office to see if we could find any clues, but Gam pretty much more or less kicked us out and such. So,
Did you figure out who 777 was?
not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much right now we're talking to Gumshoe and everything. They're learning a little more about the Joe Dart case, and right now we need to show him a murder weapon because apparently he forgot and such. So all we need to do is just show him this to help jog his memory.
All right. Who's Gumshoe?
Is that?
Yeah, it has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. Sure. Sure. There you go.
It's the cat sniffing. Keep that in.
What's your god doing some of your files, man? Do I even want to know?
What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it. Now I remember what this incriminating piece of evidence was. When he showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
Oh, I haven't gone again. Son of a bitch. Nah, yeah, no, what's on?
I'm trying a new Gumshoe voice. That way I can. That way, when I do later, I'm not gonna get killed.
Yeah, that's understandable. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Did it match Dark's knife?
You bet, down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
Alright, well, okay, we got the autopsy report for Neil. Stab in the back, died from puncture, heart and lung. A knife tip was found, was in the wound. And we got Swiss blade knife updated, so now that we know that it did belong to Joe Dark.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? If it's money you need, you should go ask Chief Kent.
It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now, and his office is locked. but we'd like to have a look around if that's okay with you.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What? Really?
That really sounds like a broken system that anyone can use to take advantage of.
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Come on, Emma. Don't tell me you don't know what
Simply
that
put,
is.
I could be canned.
I mean, to be fair, I'm only 16 years old, alright? I'm a scientific investigator, not a logic investigator. Ooh. Oh.
Anyway,
Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
That was fast.
Oh, darn it.
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that will make him change his mind.
Well, at the moment, we don't have anything, so we're gonna have to...
All I know is that I hope Gumshoe's not fired.
Well, you never know. We'll have to wait and see how this case will play
But you
out.
get my point.
I
I
know.
do not want Gumshoe fired.
Uh,
Well, considering he's already at the lowest of lows.
I mean, pretty... okay, actually, if Gumshoe was fired, what kind of job could you actually see him, like, carrying, like, instead of being a policeman? I don't know why...
Personal servant, waiter.
Wait, actually, it's kind of funny that you said it, because off the top of my head, like, I don't know why, but, like, he kind of looks like a guy... he kind of looks like the type of guy you would picture being, like, a worker at Burger King or something.
Go back to the one episode I hate
Was...
of where Maya is a server.
Recipe. Yeah, Recipe for Turnabout, yeah. Well, I mean, technically, we haven't gone to that case yet, but, yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
I
you
mean-
know I hate it. You know why I think Gumshoe would be perfect.
Well, let's just be known here, folks. ESN wants to see Gumshoe in a maid outfit. Serving food.
What? No. I'm just saying.
I mean, I do know what you're saying.
I'm just saying, if you know what I'm talking about in that case, I hate it.
I know.
And I hate it
I know.
so much
but
that the only thing that I could think of is Gumshoe would be perfect there.
I can see where you're coming from with that.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Alrighty. Anyway, no one's here today. Not even Miss Star.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that... But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Ready? Let's check in with Edgeworth. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. It looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here, right?
You sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings, but one day he'll tell them to you. Just wait for
So,
it.
what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Well, luckily, I mean, technically, not even the stream we have all day, but technically we do have all day. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the paper. Why not? I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Well, he's more standing, but still.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Okay,
You're
okay.
saying that in front of my face?
No.
Actually, like, yeah, are we saying this in front of his face, or are we just, like, loudly whispering, and, like, we're just really lucky that Edgeworth has really bad hearing or something?
Not really. We're just,
That's where the cue to disco music and everything. That's why slowly walks up to him. Is that the type of gumshoe out the window? Oh no, he's falling to the ground!
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
Oh no!
He didn't even look. Right, this happens every time. This happens all the time every
Let's
Saturday.
play chess.
Right? I mean, actually, yeah, that's probably what Right could have done and be like, "Hey, Edgeworth, you want to play chess?" And pretty much all Edgeworth needs to do is look at him and be like, "Right, you really are that bad at chess, aren't you?"
what? Letter of...
Reading. I'll read it for you. It says, Letter of Resignation.
Resignation. Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else shall forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I could use it for anything. He's serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty much
Look
like
at
how
the chessboard. Do the chessboard.
Alright, we'll do chessboard again.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Wait, Mr. Wright, is this chess or is Emma from your eyes? Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges.
Wait a minute. Are those even Emma? Okay, Emma, let's leave the room right now. I think we caught this within a bad time.
And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bitches, surrounding the paw with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Maybe it's a sign. Anyway,
For the
alright.
future. For the future.
For the future.
We know what it is. No one else does.
We did well. Actually, only us fans know what it is. Enter the Phoenix. They probably know or probably don't. Probably don't even want to know. Are you guys gonna talk or just make more jokes?
Shut up. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I take pride in my work. So tell me why? Why has it all come down to this?
Even Ashwood can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
We'll get used to it, because I'm never doing
But Mr. Edgeworth, you just can't walk out on the trial.
Watch me.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. But that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that this case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd.
A after Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may have not been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Hold on, folks. I think I know who that is. Yellow. Hey. Alright, be careful coming home. We'll be waiting for you. Yeah, he's here right now. We're still streaming. Alright. Alrighty, I will. Alright, love you very much. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Sorry about that, Edgeworth. Important call. Whatever.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it. Well, actually, yeah, let's see if you know something about that picture. And yeah, look at this. We got about like 3 lists of evidence so far. So pretty much this is how long this case is, because we got a whole lot of evidence.
Check the picture.
Yeah, let's check the picture. So basically, when we saw this picture, Phoenix noticed something odd about the picture and everything. And there is one thing odd about it, if you can try and spot it.
Oh, the first thing would be the trophy.
Yeah, the trophy.
And then the urn in the background.
There is an urn in the background, so yeah, keep that urn in mind. So let's see. Alright, well, let's see what Wright has to ask Edgeworth about the picture. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding is a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling that to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on.
Well, let's hear more about this.
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story before?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake.
Very well. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Those clays contradict each other.
Very protective. Then again, you've heard the story before, right?
Damn it, it's a trap.
Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit both of them. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so, they symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow! Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learn something new every day.
That's funny. That's so, then why would you only give it a shield?
You have to ask Chief Khan. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant. Alright, so 2 years ago, the halberd was removed by Gant's behalf, given in return for. Alright, let's ask about Dave. Can you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished off at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Interesting. Alright, well, bye everyone.
Bye. I'm just gonna have you tea, but more for me, I guess.
This is you.
Okay, this is Angel, I believe, right?
Yes.
Excuse me? Would you have cared for your quarter pound of roast beef?
The start. I guess she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the cutest sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's lip up to discover milk. Ew, fuck. Ew.
Well, actually, yeah, I mean, like... Puppies! Well, I mean that, but I mean, let's just say the farmer wasn't getting anything from his wife, and... Well, if you ever want to know how cows were... if you ever want to know, like, how we do the cow make milk, I can always tell you. Actually, no, we literally have Emma here, so please, no.
Objection! Boobies!
Yes, I do have a
Still?
nice pair of rocks in here. Would you like to
Still?
some?
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
I never even really thought you would take it up with my rock. Everyone in the I mean, to be fair, you guys pretty much had this covered. Well, actually, to be fair, Angel had it covered too.
You're the one who brought up the extra part.
But I mean, Angel was the one that brought up the cow with the milk and the nipples. So if anything, it's her fault this time.
Please!
Yes, we all know. I'm
Yes, we all know. Okay? Anyway, go ahead.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the Estonitis, and then somehow they turned into cows. That was a weird case. Yeah, I mean, we talk about that better. What do you think about, actually, what do you think about that? I have a picture of a cow. I want you to on a juicy steak. Ah, good point. Anyway, not only that, but the murderer occurred the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to a mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness?
The incident Lorna stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of a past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. End of story. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
The star's hated towards Lotta. It all dates back 2 years ago.
Have to talk to her?
I mean, I believe you do have to talk to her and such. So just in case and not to risk, like, backtracking, I'm gonna talk to her just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, especially if we do that, honestly. Anyway. Jotar. That's a name I'll not soon forget.